Hiya and welcome to the James Oliver Guitar Channel, and today we're going to talk about Stratocasters. Many of you have seen and enjoyed my Telecaster collection video, and people have been asking me in the comments and in emails, please do a Strat collection video. And I thought, well, I might as well. I mean, I'm lucky to have these instruments, so this is my current Stratocaster collection. Long before I played Telecasters, I always played Strats. My first real good guitar was a 76 black maple neck Strat, which I no longer have. But today I'm going to show you the Strats in the collection I do have. You've probably seen them all before on various videos on the channel, but I'm just going to show you them, talk a bit about them, and then move on, much like I did with the Telecaster video, which a lot of you seem to enjoy. So here we go then. They're not in any particular order, but this is the first one I'm going to show. This is my 1961 Fender Stratocaster. This is a black refinish, all original bar the finish and the 5-way selector. It was Fiesta Red originally. You can see a bit of it in there. I don't know if you can pick it up on the camera. But this was the first vintage guitar of note I ever got. I always wanted a 61, 62 Strat, like Rory Gallagher, you know, since I was a kid, and I always dreamt of owning one, never wanted flash cars, and I was on holidays, I wanted a 61 Strat. So when I got this, it was pure black, and all this way, year and year, are just from gigs. I've probably done 1,000 gigs of this before I decided it's best I retire it. And as you can see, the logo is missing. It come from Cranes in Cardiff. And I actually part exchanged 15 guitars on this to have this. So it's a pretty cool thing. And it's one of my all-time favourites. I've done loads of gigs with it. I've done loads of recording with it. And I just really like it. So here it is. That's the first Strat in the collection, the Black 61. Up next was the first real good Strat I ever had. This is a Fender Mark Knopfler signature model Strat. Basically, at the time, I've always had I'm a Mark Knopfler fan, but I've never been a fan really of signature guitars. But at the time, I wanted a red Strat with a rosewood neck, and made in America. And at the time, the only one I could find, because I've had this guitar about 10 years, was this one. So this was my main gig in Stratocaster for a few years. And as you can see, with a nitro finish and being on the road a lot, I've just broke a string on it too. But it's quite chipped up. But it sounds wonderful, and it's my tremolo arm Strat, because I tend to do dive bombs, etc., and I shouldn't. But this is the tremolo arm Strat, and it's just a really nice sounding Strat. It's got an ash body, it's super duper light, and as you can see, it's got the Knopfler thing on it. And they're quite rare now, but sadly, this one, as you can see by the marks and the chips, isn't in mint condition. But I played this all over the place, and I've done tours of Ireland with it, etc., and it was my number one. Until I got the black one, look. So this has seen a fair bit of use, and it's a super cool guitar. Sounds really, really nice, clean, twangy and crisp. So that's the Mark Knopfler Strat in the collection. Just put this down here. This next one is a parts guitar. I got a thing for red Strats, as you can see. Now this, I wanted a maple neck Strat, you know, get that 50s vibe going. And I didn't find one I liked, so Dave Durnley put this together for me. It's an all parts neck, which he shaped how I wanted it. So it's sort of like a C. As you can see, it's in Fiesta Red. And this was like the backup Strat on gigs as well, so I'd always have this one with me. And either the Knopfler or the black one there. And it's got bare knuckle pickup Sultans in it, so they sort of quacky sort of sound, like Texas especially Mark Knopfler sounding pickups, to try and replicate the sound of the signature Knopfler model. And what's cool about this is it's signed by Richard Thompson, big favourite of mine, and that was set up for me by a good friend, and I went to see him, and he signed the back of this, and I actually took the neck off, and I took the neck and an Asda bag for life, which everybody thought was quite funny. So there we are. It's a really nice Strat. It's a bit out of tune, but it's really resonant. And again, it's light. And it's just a nice, good, you know, workhorse guitar. And as you've seen so far, all my Strats are rosewood. So I just wanted one maple neck Strat, and here it is. Up next now, this is a bit of a dog, but it's cool. This is a Squier Silver Series Strat, which used to be gold. Then somebody painted it like all different colours. And I sort of rubbed it down to make it look like a relic, and it looks awful. But I think it's super cool. It's the Silver Series, so it's a made in Japan Squier. It's got lace sensor pickups in it. Now, I bought this, oh God, must have been 13 years ago. And the reason I bought it at the time was because it's signed by Peter Green. And as you know, I love playing, but I'm a collector of a little bit of memorabilia, and they come with all photos of him signing it and all that. But it's signed by the great, legendary Peter Green on the back, so I just bought it for that. But it is quite a nice playing and sounding guitar. I've got the action up slightly because I was using it for slide. And I thought I'd stop using it for slide. Later on, I'll tell you why in a minute, but it's even got like a Peter Green neck plate on. I don't know if you can see that. It's got like Peter Green's name on it. But it's not, I don't really play it. It's sort of more of a cool collector's thing. I'd like to get it refinished one day and set up, and then maybe I'll play it. Because, I mean, these Silver Series are really good guitars, as you all know. So, that's the next Strat in the collection. The Silver Series. I've got two more to show. This is the next one. This is a big favourite of mine. This is my Stratocaster. Of course, Stratocaster is named after the wonderful Ry Cooder, one of my all-time favourites. Players, songwriters, singers, the whole lot. And basically, Mojo Pickups made this set. So it's a Valco lap steel pickup and a gold foil, and it's the Ry Cooder set. This started life as a Squier, I think. And it was modded by a guy on eBay with the Cooder pickups. And it's just an amazing sounding slide guitar. I mean, it's got an F logo on it, which it shouldn't. But that doesn't really bother me, because I've been told by a really good source that Cooder's got a Squier neck on his Sunburst Stratocaster, not the 66, 67 Martinez top one which he sold, but the Sunburst Stratocaster. I don't know if it's true, but this is quite heavy. It's just a Korean Squier with these wonderful pickups on. It's my main slide guitar. I use it for all my slide recordings, and it really is just a wonderful instrument. And if I had to keep two guitars, this would be one of them, because it is that good. And there's loads of stuff on the channel about it. Loads of videos of me playing it. So if you're intrigued to hear what it sounds like, check it out. But there's a company called Water Slide Guitars, and they're really expensive. So this was like £500, which is pretty good considering the price of the pickups, etc. So if you see them, check out the Water Slides. They're like a high-end version of this. But this is my Stratocaster. And last but not least, now this is probably my most treasured possession. This is my red 1961 Fender Stratocaster. Again, all the way put on it by me. This is all original bar the switch. This really is a big favourite of mine. The serial number on the black one is 67740, and this is 67758. And they both dated on the neck November 61, so I think that's pretty cool. I didn't mean to buy this, but a good friend was selling his old guitar collection off because he was moving to Spain. And I went over to look at it, and he's got wonderful SGs and Telecasters and Les Pauls. I was playing them, and then this came out of the case. And I'm a sucker for a red guitar. For some reason, I just like red guitars. And I seen this and thought, I've got to have it. So it was a case of, I've always bought and sold a bit of gear, you know, like I'll buy something, sell it, swap it. So I sold a pile of stuff and bought this, and I'm just so lucky to have it. And it's just my favourite sounding Strat, my favourite looking Strat. And it really is a desert island guitar. And I mean, when people say, are them vintage guitars really that good? This one really is that good. You might hear me play and think it sounds terrible, but I really do think it sounds wonderful, and I love it. So there we have it. That's my Strat collection. 6 Stratocasters. I really am a Fender man through and through. I love Fenders. I mean, I love all guitars, Gretsch's, Gibsons, but Fender for me is the one. So there we have it. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching the video, and hopefully I'll see you all again soon. Cheers!